Hi, I'm here to talk about depression and how research on mice has helped us to understand it and treat it better. I can celebrate the mouse on a personal level because I was diagnosed with a type of depression. But it's not just me who will benefit from the depression research being done on mice. 322 million people worldwide live with depression. This comes out to about 10% of the American population. That's 1 in every 10 people. That's a big deal, considering that depression is a serious disorder. It can be a lot to take in, but let's start with the basics. For this video, I'm going to focus mainly on the most commonly known type of depression, known as major depressive disorder. Depression has many causes, which is why it's difficult to get a direct cause and effect relationship from it. One factor is the balance of chemicals in the brain. Specifically, an imbalance in serotonin levels have been mostly attributed to the presence of depression. These kinds of conditions in the brain can affect people's mood. This doesn't seem like a big deal at first, but even your personality can determine how likely you are to develop depression. If that wasn't enough, environmental factors are a game changer. An unhealthy environment could be devastating to a developing brain, and it predisposes people to developing those chemical imbalances due to an irregular mood pattern. Depression also has a genetic factor, meaning it can run in the family. Having direct relatives with depression makes a person 2 to 3 times more likely to have it as well. Specifically, the chromosome 3p25-26 has been found in more than 800 families in a study done by a British research team regarding the prevalence of depression. Currently, depression has many ways it can be treated, and treatment options are usually chosen so that they work best for the individual and their circumstances. SSRIs, also known as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, are one of the most common current treatments. They act as artificial neurotransmitters that help the brain regulate its serotonin levels so that a person can stabilize their mood better. However, just taking SSRIs is not enough for most people. Therapy is also needed most of the time for patients to show positive effects treatment-wise. Also, a person's environment could be altered in order to reverse the symptoms or at least help with them. Now, we'll focus on how the mouse fits into all of this. Mice have been used to test behaviors linked to depression like isolation, unwillingness to survive, and fear. Some of these experiments put the mouse in a life-or-death situation, and it will try more to survive if it's less depressed. A less depressed mouse will also interact with others more often and more easily. Scientists can study these behaviors and impose treatments on the mice to see how it affects their behavior. A group of researchers at the University of California San Diego School of Medicine made some relatively recent findings using mice that could lead to a quicker and more effective treatment method of depression. By inhibiting the GLO1 enzyme, the chemical imbalances can be resolved more quickly than with serotonin. They tested in a controlled environment while treating the mice with Prozac, the current most common medication, and their depression-like symptoms were reduced in 14 days. Their inhibition of the GLO1 enzyme in the mice showed these same effects in just 5 days. This study was published on March 21, 2017, which is not even a year ago as of now. These are recent findings, and they have massive potential to help so many people. The new, quicker treatment could make it so much easier to find the right treatment methods for people with depression, which is especially important considering that this could be time-sensitive for some. Mice can also be used for similar, more extensive research on even faster or more effective treatment methods. In the future, we can continue to study the effects of certain medications on the symptoms of depression shown in mice, which will lead to better and better ways of treating it in humans. Hopefully, this research continues in the right direction, and people like me will be able to benefit from it. We look towards the future and build off the past as we celebrate the mouse.